Welcome you all to the ChemMax channel. I hope you are all doing great. Today I am going to start a Sec 3 chemistry syllabus.
Dear students, our Sec 3 paper title name is Materials and Their Applications. In that, the first unit is Types of Materials. First, I am going to explain the introduction about materials and their importance. A material is defined as a substance that is intended to be used for certain applications. The traditional examples of materials are metals, semiconductors, ceramics, and polymers. And also other materials include nanomaterials, biomaterials, and energy materials to name a few. These nano, bio, and energy materials are also called as new and advanced materials. There are many of materials around us. They can be found in anything from buildings to spacecraft. Materials that gives us building materials such as iron and steel, glass and wood. Energy materials such as from coal to gasoline to peat and uranium. Materials for transportation including high-tech aerospace alloys and composites, and electronic materials such as metal semiconductors. Medical materials such as plastics used in operations, etc. Now come to the classification of materials based on atomic structure. I am going to tell about the solid materials. And the classification of solid materials based on their atomic structure are broadly classified into three types basically: metals, ceramics, and polymers. And it was based on atomic structure. And the another classification is advanced materials, biomaterials, smart materials, and nano-engineered materials. We are going to know about all these categories in this syllabus. Let's come to the metals. Materials in this group are composed of one or more metallic elements such as iron, aluminium, copper, titanium, silver, and gold, and often also they contain some other non-metallic elements such as carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, etc. But these non-metallic elements are present in relatively small amounts. Atoms in metals and their alloys are arranged in a very orderly manner. And in comparison to the ceramics and polymers are relatively dense, relatively stiff, relatively strong with respect to the mechanical characteristics. These are very strong, ductile, malleable, and resistant to break, and have large number of non-localized electrons, and are not bound to particular atoms also. That is the reason why the materials which are made from the metals are acting as good conductors of heat and electricity. And let's come to the ceramics. These are compounds between metallic and non-metallic elements. They are most frequently oxides, nitrides, and carbides. For example, aluminium oxide, which is alumina, silicon dioxide, silica, silicon carbide, and also silicon nitride. The traditional ceramics are those composed of clay minerals such as porcelain and cement and glasses. Coming to characteristics of ceramics, these are relatively stiff and strong, typically very hard compared to those of metals. They are extremely brittle. It means lack ductility, highly susceptible to fracture. And these are insulators and more resistant to high temperature and pressure than metals and polymers. It means they can bear high temperature and pressure conditions also. Let's come to the polymers. It includes the familiar plastic and rubber materials. Many of them are organic compounds that are chemically based on carbon and hydrogen and other non-metallic elements such as oxygen, nitrogen, silicon, etc. They have large number of molecular chain structures. For example, polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene, nylon, polycarbonate, and also silicone rubber. Coming to polymers characteristics, they have low densities, whereas the mechanical characteristics same as metallic and ceramic materials. They are not stiff nor as strong as these other material types. They are ductile and pliable, chemically inert. They have low electrical conductivities and are non-magnetic. That's why we are using polymers more and more in our daily life. Now let's come to the composites. A composite is composed of two or more individual materials, which come from the categories discussed as metals, ceramics and polymers. The design goal of a composite is to achieve a combination of properties of not displayed by each of the component materials and also incorporate the best characteristics of each of the component materials also. For example, fiberglass. Fiberglass is relatively stiff, strong, flexible and ductile. In addition, it has a low density. And the second example is carbon fiber reinforced polymer. This composite used in aircraft, bicycles and golf clubs, etc. If you like this video, like, comment, share and subscribe my ChemMax channel. Thank you.